Man finds a kitten frozen solid in a snowstorm and attempts to pull off a miracle. Babies are almost by definition the most vulnerable members of any species. They need a great deal of attention, care, and protection as they grow and develop, or else they just wouldn't last on their own. It's always important they have someone or something to look after them. When one Utah family found a helpless kitten outside their vacation home the morning after a huge snowstorm, they thought he was a goner. The poor thing was frozen stiff, and the family was devastated. But then something strange happened to its body. One Thanksgiving morning in Garden City, Utah, the Bingham family awoke to find nearly a foot of snow on the ground. The children were excited to play in it, but as soon as they stepped outside, that all changed. Once the kids were bundled up, they ran outside, only to find a frozen kitten in the snow several feet from their porch. They called for their mother and Uncle Brandon, who immediately came out. Surely there was no saving the kitten's life. Or was there? Surprisingly, this kitten wasn't dead. Brandon immediately scooped up the little guy in his gloves and quickly headed inside. Brandon was followed closely by the kid's mother, who was equally as concerned for the kitten's safety. She had no idea where the animal came from, but she knew time was not on their side. Brandon didn't hesitate once he entered the home. He headed straight for the living room fireplace in hopes that the warmth would breathe some energy into the motionless creature. Brandon gave the frozen kitten to his brother, Justin, who crouched down in front of the fireplace. There were still embers glowing from inside, and he carefully held the kitten closer to the heat. Justin, who had taken several veterinary classes in school, flipped the kitten belly side up. He used his fingers to support the cat's neck and then gently administered chest compressions. Would it work? Justin performed CPR on the animal for nearly an hour before wrapping him with a warm towel. The family desperately hoped that their efforts would keep the kitten going. The children's mother then gathered the kitten in her arms and softly stroked his head. The family refused to give up hope. It wasn't time to quit just yet. The kids then built a makeshift bed for the kitten, using a cardboard box and a towel. If the kitten was going to pull through, they wanted him to feel comfortable in a warm enclosed space. The family then had another idea. What would happen if they placed small pieces of food in front of the cat's mouth? Maybe the smell of the food would stir up some kind of response. After dropping tiny bits of food in front of the kitten's nose, he still sat nearly motionless on the towel. Everyone began to worry that the kitten's unresponsiveness meant trouble. But then something miraculous happened. Suddenly, the cat started to slowly squirm around. The family was astonished. For over an hour, he wouldn't move, but now he was finally coming to life. The Bingham family could not get over how the kitten, whom they named Lazarus, pulled through after such an ordeal. Thankfully, one of the family's cousins agreed to adopt him. So what was life like for Lazarus after that? Well, he absolutely loved every minute of it, especially the holiday season. He especially enjoyed playing in the Christmas tree. But would he ever play in the snow again? You might think that after such a harrowing experience, Lazarus wouldn't be inclined to go anywhere near the cold white stuff. However, this guy wasn't your ordinary cat. Not long after his recovery, he was back outside, conquering the snow. Of course, his new owners made sure he didn't wander off too far, considering his history with wintry weather. Although Lazarus enjoyed spending time running through snowflakes, he really liked to take walks when the weather was warm. However, he did get the jitters doing one thing. Lazarus didn't particularly like going to the vet. Can you blame him? No animal likes visiting the doctor. Heck, neither do most humans. Even though Lazarus couldn't express it in words, he truly loved his new home. The family made sure the rest of his life was nothing but great memories. Thank goodness they didn't give up on this little frozen kitten. Happy endings are always awesome.